Hey guys, today I'm going to explain episode number 8 of Miss Night and Day Season 1. If you have not seen the previous episode, then you will find the link in the description. In this episode, we see that the person who comes to meet Miss Nugati, Ji-young, comes to him and says that what happened. Ji-young says that there is no time to tell now. Ji-young then calls the emergency number, and Miss Nugati is in the hospital in the next scene. Ji-young was sitting next to Miss Nugati. Ji-young was asking someone, what happened? Someone was saying that, I didn't know that you both know each other. Ji-young was saying that, I didn't know either. Now tell me what happened and how did you meet? Someone was saying that we were working. Ji-young was saying that, should I believe you that she fainted while working? Now someone is doing a scene here that when he was in the party, she was dancing with him. Then someone was going to take his anxiety medicine. He mixed the medicine in the drink. But then also there was insomnia. And he suddenly drank the drink. But Ji-young was talking to the doctor in the clinic and he was saying, what happened? Why didn't he come to the hospital? The doctor says that he has taken the anxiety pill. You don't worry, now she is sleeping. Someone is also talking to their CEO. The CEO is also shouting at this and saying that, why did you give the pill? This can also cause his death. You come from there quickly. But someone was saying that, I can't do this. And I didn't give the pill on purpose. Ji-young is also there. He heard it later. He comes to him later and says that you gave the pill. But now he says that I didn't do it on purpose. Then he sees that Mi-jin has come. Ji-young comes to Mi-jin and says that, are you okay? Mi-jin says that I'm fine. Now Mi-jin was ready to go out of the village. Someone came out. Ji-young is also saying to Mi-jin that, let me drop you home. But then Mi-jin says that I will go. Later she comes to her and says that now I need to talk. You had told me before that the sun is going to set. Do you know about me? He comes here and says that I will keep the secret. Mi-jin says that, how did you know? Then someone says that I kept watching you. Now let's see some previous scenes. Where someone is watching Mi-jin. Where the episode was shown in the show that this car was following Mi-jin. That car belongs to someone else. And someone is watching Mi-jin. This happens outside his house. And here Mi-jin changes in emotion and sees. But in reality, someone is giving Mi-jin the keychain. This time a cow had come nearby. And she is telling Mi-jin. Later, Mi-jin goes with the cow. The next day, Mi-jin comes to her house. She sees the keychain. But there is no energy in her body. There are cows nearby. Mi-jin says to the cow that, I don't know what happened to me. My body has become strange these days. Maybe I am getting old. And I will die later. The cow also says that, how are you fasting? I will put up a big banner to find the cat tomorrow. Mi-jin also says, thank you. Later the cow shoots Mi-jin. Mi-jin says that I am fine. The next scene shows Im-cheo and Ok-chun. Both were in a shop. They were buying some things. Im-cheo says to the owner that I will send the money later. But the owner says, don't be late this time. Im-cheo says, what do you mean by being late? Then Ok-chun remembers that there was a gap in the house, which is for someone. This man is telling Im-cheo that the previous money has been given. Then Ok-chun says that we will give him the money later. Im-cheo also tells Ok-chun later that Mi-jin can never make such a mistake. She must have given the money first. Ok-chun also agrees. And later Im-cheo is taken away. The next scene, Im-cheo sees her, who is coming to work, but she sees her daughter again. Then Im-cheo comes to the office, and Im-cheo sees her daughter, and says that she has disappeared, or she is doing the same, Ji-young also tells her. But she doesn't notice. Then Im-cheo comes to Im-cheo, and says that you are Ji-young speaking. Ji-young then says to him that yesterday you sent me an email. The file was not tested in it. Ji-young says that I will give it to you. Ji-young then gives him the file. Ji-young is now looking at him, and he finds out in the SUV car that whatever has happened. Ji-young then says to Pimudev that what has happened. He is the director of this medical center. He comes here. Ji-young then says that he used to work in his place earlier. But he suddenly left the job. I know this medical center very well. Can I do this research? But Ji-young refuses and says that you have been working hard for a long time. I will take care of this work. Next day, Ji-young comes out. But still we see Kovan, who sees Ji-young, and then shouts his name and shows it to him. But then Ji-young runs away. Kovan then follows him. He comes to him and says to him that I know your secret. Are you not happy with it? I can help you. Ji-young then says to him that it is a curse. How will you be able to help me? Kovan then says to him that the coupon you got yesterday, we also see our scene, that when Ji-young sang and danced with him, he got the coupon. Kovan then says to himself that I will take the coupon for the same money. Im-soon also gives the coupon and says that what are you going to do with it? This coupon is an English coupon. Kovan then comes to Ji-young and shows the coupon. Ji-young says that what are you doing with it? It was with Im-soon. But Kovan says that it is mine. You have to fulfill my wish. Ji-young says that he has done it. Kovan says that I want to be your secretary. But Ji-young said that it is not possible for me. But Kovan is repeating his words again and again. In the next scene, Pimdev is shown who was in the store and was asking about Cholu to this woman. Here, this woman says that he is a very good person. He treats people for free. Then Pimdev comes out. The old man was sitting there. He was also talking about Cholu, that when his wife died, he left his hospital. In the next scene, Cholu is shown who is talking on the phone and is talking about a scene. And we know that when Cholu was in jail and was talking to a man on the phone, that man was Cholu. In the next scene, we see that she is coming to her work. But then we see that the girl who is standing here with a banner is about to fall down. Then Im-soon helps her. She brings her in and asks about her father. The girl also says that one day I talked to my father, and my father said that today there will be no dinner, but I will eat family food. Nayun's daughter also says that it is okay. I am cooking food for you, you go quickly. But at night Nayun does not come here. Im-soon later asks the girl, what is your father's name? Later she tells that my father's name is Nayun, who used to work here before. Im-soon is getting employment in the palace. She tells her that maybe Nayun has disappeared. She has not been able to reach him for many days. Maybe something has happened to him. Here it is said that the retired police officer is saying that I have solved many cases, but the serial disappear case, which is in Sewon City, I could not solve it. Im-soon later remembers that I had seen Jio's file, and it was a disappear case. In the next scene, Im-soon is coming to her house, and here she remembers that Cholu asked her that why did he leave the job that he used to work for me? Has something happened to him? Im-soon also remembers that I had asked Maltaya that why did they all disappear? And Maltaya said that I don't even know about it. But whatever was disappearing, it was a pattern with them. They had taken a loan from the bank and had used their credit card. In the next night, Meijin comes to her house and asks her mother that did this happen to Auntie Im-soon that she had taken a loan from the bank, or used it on credit, but she didn't do that. She used to work in a bank before. Meijin says to her mother that Auntie was not missing. She ran away, as the police said. Then we see the past scene here. Here we see Meijin. Meijin has a cat here. His mother is next to him, who is distributing posters to everyone, which is about a sister, but then a child came in the past, who is Ji-young. He also picks up the poster and later sees Meijin. Meijin also sees him. Next, Maltaya is shown, who comes to the detective, to whom Ji-young had come before. His name is Ji-young. These two had worked together before. Maltaya was telling earlier that I work here. An employee has disappeared. Ji-young was later saying that, who is he, how old is he? Maltaya later says that he is 60-70 years old, he is an old man. Ji-young says that he should be somewhere else, we should go there. But Maltaya says don't do this, don't investigate this case again. But now Ji-young doesn't want to say this, he is going somewhere else. Next we see a past scene, where we see Ji-young's mother. She also talks to Ji-young and says that I saw something at that time. You come here quickly, I will tell you. Later, Ji-young is preparing to go, but still his boss comes to him and says that the chief is coming here. You go to get him. But now Ji-young says that I can't do this. I have to go there. Send Maltaya to me. But he doesn't do this. We see Ji-young's mother, who is waiting for Ji-young. But the criminal had come here. Ji-young's mother also gets scared and says that I haven't done anything. Forgive me. I won't say anything to anyone next time. At that time, Maltaya comes and sees the phone. He found out that Ji-young's mother had come here, but the criminal has taken her. Later, he also calls. At the same time Ji-young is going somewhere, he is telling Ji-young's mother to come, but Maltaya says that she is already dead. You leave this guilt, I am begging you. But Ji-young is also telling her to come with me. We have to find that Mina. Next time we see Ji-young, who is with him. Ji-young also says to Ji-young that you took my scooper, what did you do with it? who is saying later that I have become Ji-young's creditor. Ji-young also says that why did you do this? You spent so many crores to get there. Ji-young says that there is no reason for this, but the criminal does not say anything, only says that I am fulfilling the promise I made to you. But Ji-young does not say which promise, but the criminal does not say who is in Ji-young's office next time. And on top of that, he is looking at Ji-young. He says to himself that I will stay here, and I will protect you. Next time we see Ji-young, who comes to him and says that Ji-young is at work, he has to give him some documents. Ji-young says that I will give it to him. Later, Ji-young takes the document and checks it later, and sees that the people who had disappeared have his name in them. And now his aunt's name is also Ji-young. Later, she was taking this document, but then Ji-young came and was saying what happened. Ji-young now says that I have brought the document for you. Later, he is taking the document. The colonel also got a call. Ji-young says that I have got the document. Later, Ji-young comes out, and now Chol-gu is working, who is saying to him that you are going home first. Ji-young was saying to him that how do you know when I go home? Chol-gu was also saying that it is very hard, the lights of your office keep on burning. Ji-young later remembers the scene that the car had come on the scene, and later the man was running away with the car. Then he was saying to him that we have met before, but we are not giving it to you. Ji-young goes to the office and says to himself that what should I do? If Ji-young sees the name of Ji-young, then he will know that I have stolen my aunt's name. The colonel is shown who is talking to his man. He shows it to Baeomdeo, who is talking to his man, who had given him information earlier. Baeomdeo is also asking about this thief. And here this man is saying that there was a rumor earlier that the thief killed his wife. But now Baeomdeo says that this cannot happen. The marriage of his wife was going on, and his death was in the motel. The man says that this happened. Later the motel was closed, and the name of the building was given in the motel. And the name of the building is this. Later Baeomdeo comes to the building. But then he sees that Ji-young had gone there. Ji-young sees him and says, "What are you doing here?" Baeomdeo is also saying that, "What about you?" Ji-young says that I live here. Ji-young later brings him to his house, and first he gives him tea to drink. And later he says that I am going to check your documents. So you drink tea and leave. Although Baeomdeo is not doing this, but Ji-young throws him out. Next he sees Mi-jin, who is in the store, and she is taking wine here. And later she comes in front of Ji-young's apartment. Ji-young is inside, and he is reading the document. So he is ringing the doorbell. Later Ji-young comes and sees that Mi-jin is here. Ji-young says to himself, "What are you doing here?" Mi-jin says to himself that I have brought alcohol for you. Last time I came here, I could not apologize to you properly. So I am feeling bad. Later she came to the room. She also calls Mi-jin and says, "Where are you? I am very hungry." Mi-jin also shouts and says that you did the right thing, you ate food. Okay, now you go to sleep. But Gaeun shouts and says that, "What kind of nonsense are you doing? I am very hungry." But Mi-jin gives her phone. And later Ji-young says that I am alone now. There is no one to talk to me. I have nightmares. That's why I want to drink alcohol with you. Then she sees the document in the bathroom. Later she sees the plant, which is in the first episode. And later she takes the name of the plant. Ji-young says, "How did you know?" Mi-jin says later that Aunt Gaeun told me. Now both of them are drinking alcohol together. When Ji-young first said that I had never drunk alcohol before, today I am drinking alcohol with you. Ji-young later got drunk and said to Mi-jin that I like you. I lost my mother in my childhood, and since then I live alone. Ji-young later said that the night has passed. I take the stuff from here. But Mi-jin says that I will help you. But she also drops the plant. She gets hurt in front of her. Later Ji-young says that you are fine. Then he is getting medicine for her. Then Mi-jin takes advantage of the situation and takes the document with her aunt's name. Ji-young later comes to Mi-jin, and he is healing this wound. Mi-jin also sees him and says later that if someone gets drunk and goes crazy and does something, then what will happen? Ji-young here says that this thing will be seen first. This is also an incident or an accident. Or something is happening. Mi-jin later stands up and says, "This is not an accident," and later kisses Ji-young. And the episode ends. So guys, now we will meet in episode 9, which is coming on Sunday. Till then, bye.